converted one of these guys to Shintoism. And they converted their lands before Korea came and took them away. Unfortunately, Korea is not going to be so good at converting those. They may be accepted cultures, but Shinto is 2% harder to deconvert. And wouldn't be surprised if they... I knew it. Peasants coming in, making my life a little tricky. But that's okay. We were ready for this. Oh, and I'm always ready for spices. I am a little disappointed that spices haven't increased in value, however. Must mean that the other colonizers have not stumbled across much. People keep asking who owns the Maldives. It's the Maldives themselves. They are now a tag. And I am very happy about that. That's not going to be useful. In fact, that's going to be rather useless. Bah, guess we're going to have to deal with these ones. Much as I don't want to. My precious manpower. Tragic and unnecessary loss of life. I'm well aware of Ming's low legitimacy being a cause of the lack of the mandate of heaven. But their legitimacy is doing all right. And, as expected, they fell out of that coalition against us. Right, do I have a free diplomat yet? Because I don't want Siak getting eaten up, so we may as well throw down a good old guarantee on them. One idea is I should break Malacca's alliance with Siak. That way I can eat them both up in one shot, since they are now 101%. That's punishing. Perhaps if I make it a conquest war and I have a claim on all of them, then we could drop it down below that. But that's also dependent on them not increasing autonomy. Or rather, increasing development, not autonomy. Okay. 46 is alright, but not good enough. I guess we still need that core to finish. How about Pasai? Pasai is 20, that should be okay as well. Tax income loss, that's giving me deja vu. Wonderful. Now we've got Siak. Siak's wanting to rise up in Jambi, Indri. But this is all okay because they have to get over to Siak to do anything. And we will be more than ready for them. He says. Barely able to convince himself. We'll let this month tick before we do the duty. That should do it. 72. Cutting it fine, but that's fine enough. Oh, there's no treaty to annul here. They're no longer allied. Blows to be them then. I'll be taking all the money as well then. Cheers, big ears. Now, peasants, please. Vamos. They'll probably increase autonomy, so let's kill them. Also, I'm not guaranteeing you. Don't kid yourself. Now, forts cover all of these provinces, so we are very much set. Not paying much attention to my army compositions here. I'm sure they will be just fine. Jake, huge British fleet in the Straits of Johor. I must have missed them then, unless they're still exploring. Yeah, I should be paying more attention to that. I am going to have to slaughter some British later on. Probably by boat. The problem is, especially with all this cultural enrichment... Okay, this is fine. This is exactly why we parked our bottoms on the fort. It doesn't matter if these separatists take this, because it's in the zone of control of this fort. Dip cost minus 10%. It's nice and all, but we're not focusing on that. Okay, we can focus on Malacca now, since glorious it has a shipyard. Since there's a core here, I know you're going to make your way over there. As for my heir, 16 years old, but a bit incompetent, even with that strong claim of his. Also incompetent on the battlefield. There's no way I'm guaranteeing you. Let's get the rest of those claims on the go. I want to see it gone. Get you mothballed, and we're good to go. Just as planned. And they're going to try and take those provinces, they're going to succeed at taking those provinces, and they're going to run into a little problem, which is my army. And because it's in a zone of control, they won't actually have any effects. God, I love seeing Muscovy so garbage. Cloth is an amazing trade good. Does cloth ever actually get worse? Just seems to always be good. We got cloth here, right? I mean, it only gets better. Remove Malacca from the map. Now you're speaking my language. That gives me a claim that I've been wanting anyway. And we'll be able to act on that really rather soon. Surprised these Pasai separatists are not marching over here. Pasai don't have a core here. Oh well, not to worry. No great loss. No, there are no negative effects for cloth. Well, the more you know. Okay, we are recapturing those, even with an out-of-date fort. Just don't understand. Okay, our manpower is really quite suffering right now, though. Let's check out those claims on Ming. Look at anything else in the region that we need to take. Not really. Although I'd quite like Ming. No, actually, if I had these islands, they'd still have to go for them. So, what is it? King Chow. Sounds like something you feed your cat. Is that racist? I don't care. Oddly enough, though, UA separatists wish to rise up here. Surprised we even have that unrest. Overextension. I could detach some troops to deal with that. In fact, I really should, because I got rid of the fort there. All the more reason I should. Cloth gets 2 things to boost its price. Yeah, I think the one at Miltech 20 is uniform regulations. Also increases dye. But I think the ultimate winner in terms of price is cocoa. Starts high and hot chocolate only makes it just ludicrously good. Let's keep those conversions going. It's good to be good at something. Cloth gets worse with the cotton imports event. Are you sure that's not wool? I know wool takes it quite hard. Poor wool. Historically it was worth quite a lot of money. I'm stationing these troops not with the idea to put down a U event, or UA, whatever they want to be called, but more with the hopes that we won't have to face them in the first place. A bit of friendly troops to drive down the revolt risk, plus the lack of overextension, should do us some wonders. I also really want that province, but... okay, we'll be fine on that. And there we go, hot chocolate in the price of cocoa, wherever it is. And there we go. Ludicrously expensive, 5.6. I miss supply and demand, but the current system is quite good as well. Okay, with that, the unrest is extremely low for the UA, but still a fairly high chance that they're going to revolt and ruin my day. And that's even with the unrest guy. Unlikely to die, thankfully. Malteser Falcon saying what we're all thinking. Yes, Iberia does look horrible, but Navarra exists, and that itself is a thing of beauty. I've got to find beauty in even the most horrible of things. Glorious Cocoa Island down. Which means this one is going to go, but I'm not actually going to keep my units stationed there. I'm going to start it and then end it and then colonize something else. Oh, Crevens Diego Garcia is being taken. I should focus on places where I can't fabricate a claim to take down any European bothers, but nothing springs to mind. Jake, shouldn't you begin with the Kurils soon instead of the Cocoa Islands? No, these isolated places are better. Better to take early. Because I don't want any European influence around here, and I need to be able to go. I need to be ready to go to war over that, which is why I've got some money on the back burner. As soon as we land in that province, we'll be good to go on this. We'll be removing Malacca from the map, oh, very soon. And our trade power in the region is... it's not bad, but it could be better. I think we should decrease the autonomy in Malacca. And Pasai for that matter. How are we doing over here? On the important centre of trade, we're looking alright. And we have the marketplaces there and there, which is also great. I reduced autonomy so that my trade power will be stronger here. But that's not all there is to it, because we're losing a huge amount of trade power. Due to, yeah, not in our main trade port. We could probably make a good chunk of money if we relocated our capital down here. Preferably to somewhere that is our culture, because that would just feel better. But I also want it to be, you know, a prestigious capital. Somebody give me a place and give it a new, more Ainu name, and that's what we'll go with, as long as it's in the Malaccan trade node. If it's outside of our culture, we will culturally enrich the province as well. Speaking of cultural enrichment, we already got these ones going. Anything that is 10 or more would be good to go now. Well, Mino is rather high at 11. After that, we can take down the 10. And a 10. Oh, they're running out of places to be Japanese. I agree, it is lovely. There is no place for you in my world. Ravrion says, I know emotes are frowned upon. Emotes aren't generally frowned upon, but spamming them is. And no matter who you are, you will get reprimanded for such actions. I like to avoid the general Twitch behavior here. It is also a really nice viewer reduction strat, and we're always looking for more of those. And with that, there should be no more UA separatists wishing to rise up. Excellent. Now, some people were saying that there were no Japanese boots in Macau, something about it being a Portuguese colony, so they never set foot there, but I mean, you can't march through Canton and not step your boot into Macau. I'm just not seeing it. Okay, the Malaccans now wishing to rise up. I want those UAs to go away so that we can get some troops down here to deal with these, because they are going to rise up. Jake Brunainu would be a great one. I'm not sure if great is the right choice of words here. Okay, this is going to be a pain in the bum to deal with. And it's going to cost me pretty heavily in terms of man. Might be an idea to raise some mercs for the occasion. Fortunately, they're not going to have any effect here unless they take the forts, and the forts are all funded, so there's that at least. Oh, yeah. Well, mothballed ships. You managed to unmothball them. Good job. Jake, a third colonial, yeah. Managed to forget about these guys. So we recall you, and we get you down here on Sumba. Because everything the light touches is our kingdom. Jake, your new capital should be Pasainu. Ah, now that I can get behind. And I can really get behind Pasainu. Any more takers? Oh yeah, about emotes, I censored all the ones that I don't like anyway, so if it's not censored it's fine to post, but just don't spam it. Simple enough, no? Glorious, even more to get colonizing. The Kurils are tempting, but the thing is I can so easily defend those since it's even attached to Japan. It's these small islands that are going to be the doom of me. I should... It's all very tricky, isn't it? Alright, Sula then, we'll go for you. It seems to me that sometimes when you land your forces in after even initiating battle, you can be alright. So 18th, 19th, and 15th. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll get there on the 19th. Let's see what happens then, because I should get a 1 for crossing penalty. I don't quite know, it's 1 for terrain, and yes, we did get that. Oh well, they all die anyway. And you guys are fairly unfazed. 8 and 4, 8 and 4. Grant me your powers. Yeah, that should do. Would have been better taking the at-sea attrition there than chewing it down on this line, but there we go. All is well in our country. Jake Ainu. So many ideas. I'm not sure if good ideas is a word to use, but they are certainly ideas. Also, get to it, Air. It is time for you to die like a man. Jake, if you're going to move your capital, wouldn't it be better to set your autonomy rather than decrease it to 0% when you move? Yeah, I'd forgotten about that, hadn't I? Ah well, we'll be fine. There we go. To Sula we go. And I would rather like to get the other Chow. Sadly, I cannot guarantee and revoke guarantee on Ming since they are a rival, and apparently they're far too rich and powerful for us. Bah, 104% now, they're just showing off. And if I claim everything, the one that I attack for should get a slight discount. I wonder if that's actually still the case. Whole bunch of things that I really should be checking out on. But our truce with Siak will be up in a year and a half or so. Then we shall slaughter them with our better everything. So many claims I want to throw down, but there's only... I only have so many diplomats. It's never enough. Japanese no longer accepted. Rightfully so. Let's celebrate by purging more of them. By which I mean gently re-educating them in the ways of proper beard grooming. Few more points and we will have all of them gone. It's a thing of beauty, isn't it? Who's your sensei? Ainu. Ah, no, not a bad idea, that. Would be one of our former subjects' capitals as well. That would work out quite nice. May have to relocate this this fort over here. My only issue is that it's all jungle. I should have something grander. There's a lot of grasslands around here. Sadly no farmlands. Farmlands are the way to go. Ainu was a great one. Also kind of shows focus for over here. Jake, Katai isn't in the trade. No, Katai is in the Malacca trade node. As long as it's anywhere in this trade node, we should be good to go. I think we'll go with Ainu since it's nice and westward facing. Ready to crush all those that come over from there. And yes, let us get rid of the last of the Japanese. So I reckon the one that'll take the longest will probably be one of the 10s? No, this one maybe? Yeah, give it 6 years or so, I reckon there'll be no more Japanese. That's what I'm hoping for at least. And just over a year, we'll try our best to get rid of Siak. Sadly using the conquest casus belli. Ah, actually you just lost that province, so yeah, you can be holy ward rather nicely. So that's why I got conquest on Ligure. And they're only allied with Malacca, so that's all the more we can chew up. Sadly I can't fabricate a claim on this other province, but claims are now less about aggressive expansion and all about lowering the autonomy a bit. Since autonomy is another issue, even on the Majapahit / Sunda land that we took in a while back, the autonomy is still frighteningly high. You could also follow your tradition of living in a crappy island and move your capital to the Andamans, Jake. You could name them the Ainu Man Islands. It is a no, it's Bengal. Cannot be done. One of these crappy islands, they're also in the Malaccan trade node. It's also hard to deal with if we get landed on there. No, I rather like Pasainu. These are all like punny names. Can anyone look up anything to do with the Ainu and base a name on that? Might be a bit much to ask, but I'm asking it anyway. This one's going to take a while. They're not going to have much of a navy, there's no point unmothballing my fleet here. Jake, wouldn't it make more sense to make culture conversion a flat modifier plus dev cost? Cause converting province, which takes 130 months, makes what? That makes quite a bit of sense. Better than taking very little time at all. That's what makes not much sense at all. Okay, you are allied now with Patani. Patani is allied only with you, and oh, looks like there's not going to be much left of them shortly. What a pity. It's okay, I already have men in position to slaughter you, but that fort will stop me from progressing forward, I rather think. Alright, we'll have you there for that then. I should go for administrative monarchy. Being a despotic monarchy is all well and nice, but getting more monthly autonomy change is nicer. Tropical wood is not nice news. It is almost never nice news. New Hokkaido, nice and simple. I think I'll go for it. Siak is lovely grasslands. And it's on a strait, which kind of, you know, pays homage to how we got this far. Also, good job. Well, assuming you can win this. No, you did not win this. Looked like you would, but you did not. What a failure. Patani is going to go, but if we occupy this first, then you won't be able to take everything, and that'll be one more for us. Got a claim on everything, truly everything. And there's no reason not to make you a co-belligerent. I'll have it all, please. Yeah, that said, Patani does have a fleet. Might hurt my galleys a bit to attack you.